Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you here again. It's been a busy weekend. Lots happening with the Game Awards last week, which was really fun to watch. Actually, really weirdly, one of the parents at my son's school was out at the Game Awards receiving an award. Mate, like, I'm not going into too much detail, but very, very cool. So that's a first-hand experience there, speaking to her, but also like the likes of so much kind of was revealed. ASTROBOT Game of the Year blew everyone's socks off. Like, what? Black Myth Wukong for me was kind of almost like revolutionary in many ways, comparatively to the other titles there. And I've seen a lot of comments online, people leaning towards ASTROBOT being very kind of PlayStation exclusive, and it was more of a celebration of like the legacy of PlayStation as opposed to an actual game, and I think it's a single player as well, so it didn't have that kind of like that mixed kind of co-op vibe to it and things. But that being said, visually amazing. People have really kind of appreciated it and like loved it, and it was fun. It was entertaining. That aside, loads of game trailers. If you haven't checked it out, my links below will take you to my TikTok and Instagram and that kind of stuff too. I made loads of reels over the last few days with like reactions to trailers for the first time. Some really good games, like Witcher 4 looks amazing. I'm looking forward to there was a game called Split Fiction looking interesting. Or Intergalactic, The Heretic Prophet looked really cool, despite the craziness that has ensued with like kind of about that, and you can read online people's feelings about that game for some reason. But Naughty Dog making that, I mean, Last of Us and Crash Bandicoot and Uncharted, I mean, this is a developer that doesn't seem to do much wrong in my eyes personally, so I can't wait to see what they bring to the forefront for us. But very cool having that. I think the Game Awards is something that we don't really kind of get a chance to. It happens twice a year. I think maybe once a year at the end of the year. There's like showcases as well here. Obviously, it's replacing the likes of E3. That is no longer a thing. I was very lucky to go to a couple of E3s when it was in Los Angeles, and it was. Oh, it was marvelous, mate. It was good. It was good time. Most of it centered around the partying afterwards, and like you'd be like, oh, ex developers having like or publishers having a drink soiree at a cowboy themed kind of rodeo bar. I'm in. Get me in. That sounds great. But that aside, you had like this wider community, everyone coming together. It was a really cool chance to be able to play games for the first time, and before even creators would go down there and kind of like vlog and get their kind of report back from where they were. But in this day and age, everything's digital. It's like, here's the code, check it out, play it for yourself. The big hoo-ha of these massive events, which cost a ton of money, by the way, to have a stand at, don't really happen anymore. So it was good to see the Game Awards last week. One thing that I've been kind of suckered into the last few days is the hype around Superman. The new Superman movie is coming out. I guess next year, 2025. I think kind of June or July next summer, 2025. But the trailer is about to go live. All we've got is a movie poster, and the tagline is just "Look up." That's it. Look up. And there's a kind of a theme doing the rounds as well, which kind of like one of John Williams' Superman song. But it's this very kind of like euphoric, kind of like almost angelic version of the song, which backs, like, I've seen tons of it on. You can find it really easily on kind of on TikTok and whatever it might be. But it's really setting like an air of like, ooh, I'm in, because this is James Gunn's real kind of a proper like. We waited for a script, get that script together. It's here, we got it, and when we were happy with it, we made the movie. So I'm excited. I mean, the TV show recently wrapped. I didn't see it yet, but people are saying that it was like an incredible journey into like Superman, like kind of a real kind of authentic, like, great take on the world of Superman. Superman, for me, is like a superhero that I thought Henry Cavill in Man of Steel was amazing. Obviously, Christopher Reeve in the originals were just like, my childhood was just, it was so good. So even when I go, I'm quite fortunate going to Paris from time to time with work. When I do, I still think, look at the Eiffel Tower and think about Superman. If you know, you know. But it's like, it's there's lots of little things here with Superman that I think are really special as a character, but also as a kind of the legacy as well. Like, there was a recent movie about Christopher Reeve's life and like that kind of like creating Superman. There's like a really cool, really interesting kind of take on like when they first wanted to really find a way cinematically to look as if Christopher Reeve was actually flying. And this obviously was done in was it the 70s? I think it was maybe the 70s. It was, trying to really kind of like use the technology at the time to kind of make that come to life. And so to see the kind of like the iteration since, and now to see Superman in this new kind of like world of a new actor playing him as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. The teaser comes out later this week, so I'm definitely going to watch that and see what that's like. But I'm really hyped about this. DC need a big win. DC need a win. Aquaman, they had a couple. I thought the OG Wonder Woman was good. But they need something in this kind of new kind of universe, obviously, to really kind of step up and blow everyone's socks off. So I'm hoping that's a thing, because I saw the Flash, okay, and now we've got obviously ourselves this new kind of like this new Superman, which I'm looking forward to. Which kind of leads me also to superheroes in general. Marvel Rivals. This is nuts. Like the numbers for this game. It came out December 4th, I think, the game. It's cross-platform, which I think is great. So you can play, it's a 5v5 PvP shooter, third person. I've seen tons of like really fun trick shots, like around like Doctor Strange, and kind of like creating a portal by like the spawn point for the opposing team. They walk through and they go straight into like they fall through the other portal into the kind of like into the middle of nowhere and it will die. I mean, there are some fun strats already coming together, but the game's really banged. Like I think Marvel may not have delivered much when it comes to movies, but this year the kind of the integration into like Fortnite, into like the Lego space, and obviously we got ourselves kind of this new kind of this 5v5 kind of like head-to-head co-op game as well. Is really great to see this. I think this is a really positive step. Maybe the kind of like 2025 is going to be a real year for Marvel in the video game space, at least anyway, because it's certainly going in that direction. And I love the fact that it's free to play as well. I think that's really important. This FTP, it gives everyone access to play it and to give it a go. No doubt someone's already created it or something similar in UEFN already. However, I like the fact that Marvel Rivals is kind of getting the props it deserves. When you create a great game, you put the love into it, like and we've seen like there's different kind of like versions now of 5v5, mainly FPS kind of style games, but now we've got it in like kind of like a third person capacity like this. I think as well, it's really good is that it opens the door to new competitive opportunities. If this does as well as it looks like it could do, in the world of esports, which I kind of tend to teeter in a lot with like my hosting stuff that I do, it's great that it opens a new door. It could be like, oh, this is like a new game that's come onto the scene, and then there could be new pro players, a new kind of world of opportunities to become a professional and soar. So I'm sure many will transition from one to the other and go, kind of like jump off one thing and go into this. But it's good to see that numbers are really strong, really high. And obviously you're familiar with the characters too. You know them already. So they kind of feel like that they're kind of, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, them like already. So you kind of know attribute wise, you can understand like Hawkeye. You can understand what they can bring to the table in terms of their kind of like combat kind of anyway. So that kind of gives you an extra kind of added bonus. That kind of will inspire others to get involved too. But that's what I've been thinking about. Recently, the superheroes are kind of kicking ass again at the moment, but I think video games has been the catalyst for that to happen. Lots more to think about. Make sure if you haven't been here before, subscribe, like, and get involved with the channel. And I'll be back again very soon. Take care. Lots of love. Mwah! Happy gaming, baby. Happy gaming.